All right, so now we're going to continue with lesson 11.4, where we're talking about arrays and rows and columns. So the first question is, what are some places that you might see things arranged in rows? So remember, rows go left to right and they're side to side, okay? Take a second, pause the video if you want some more time to think about it. What are some things that you see arranged in rows? Are you ready? Have you ever heard when we have assemblies in the gymnasium that the teachers might say, okay, the first row can get up and go out first, right? That means the whole row on the first, on the ground floor would stand up and leave the gymnasium. The first row of people from left to right, right? We also could have rows of chairs arranged in a classroom or in a room, and we have rows of books and rows of stuff down aisles in grocery stores. An arrangement in rows with the same number in each row is called an array. So, an array is when there is the same number of something in rows and columns, too, remember. A row goes across from side to side, left to right, and a column we know goes up and down. So now we're going to get to the section in your journal pages. So it says, look at this array of bugs. So we know that these bugs are the same number in each row and column. How many rows of bugs are there? Take a second, count how many rows there are. One row, two rows, and three rows because rows are side to side. So there are three rows. How many bugs are in each row? Well, let's see. Let's look at the first row and count the first row first. One, two, three, and four. So if there's four bugs in the first row, we know that there's four bugs in all of the rows. What is a number story you could tell to match the array? So think about when we used to write word problems all the time. Can you come up with your own word problem to match this array? Here's an example that the book gave us. It says the bugs are marching in three rows. There are four bugs in each row. And so our question would probably be, how many bugs are there total? Imagine another row of four bugs joined the band. Okay, so right now we have three, and it says to imagine one more row join the band. How many rows will there be? So if we have three and one more comes, there will then be four. How many bugs would be in each row? Well, how many bugs are in the first row still? There's still four. So there would be four in the column that enters, right? So how many bugs will there be total? How do you know? So instead of counting by ones, we know that there are four rows and we know that there are four bugs in each row, right? So we can count by four times. 4, 8, 12, and we can't see it because it's not here, but we can imagine it. 12 plus 4 is 16.